welcome to the campus of Casa Grande High School here in Petaluma for tonight's North Coast Section Division 5 Championship. Tonight we'll pit two teams separated by one small mountain range and 12 miles as the Redwood Empire Conference Bay Division champions St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs take on the Redwood Empire Conference Mountain Division champions Sonoma Valley Dragons. My name is Greg Irish. Jay Ruffinelli is your cameraman, and this is the North Bay SF Productions. We are part of the NFHS network. The St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs, coached by Paul Herzog, are the reigning California 6AA champions as they come into this game with a record of 11-1 overall record and the #1 seed for Division 5. The Mustangs ran the table of the REC Bay Division, and their march to this game saw them placed as the #1 seed, thrashing the #8 seed Arroyo Dons of San Lorenzo 57-0 in the quarterfinals. Their semifinal game last Saturday saw them defeat the #4 seed Maria Carrillo Pumas of Santa Rosa 53-24 on their home turf 1 week ago. The Sonoma Valley Dragons come into this game with a perfect record of 12-0, having as well run the table of the REC Mountain Division. To put things in perspective, over the last 7 years, the Dragons have moved from the Sonoma County League with usual champions Annalee and Petaluma to the Vine Valley League with perennial powers Vintage and American Canyon. The Dragons' last winning record was 20-13 with a 7-4 record along with their last NCS bid. The Dragons' journey to this game saw them being seeded #3 in Division 5, taking on the #6 Hayward Farmers at home in the quarterfinals, winning 49-12. Their next game saw them head south to Richmond to take on the #2 seed Salesian College Prep Pride, and in a fun game to watch, defeated the Pride 36-27. If Sonoma Valley wins tonight, it will be their first ever North Coast Section football championship. The winner of this game will advance to the Northern California Regional Championships next week and probably being seeded anywhere between Division 4A to Division 6A, AA. These two teams last met at Sonoma Valley High School on September 17th, 2021, where St. Vincent's mauled the Dragons 42-0. And we are getting ready here. We'll have the national anthem coming up. Sonoma Valley won the toss. They elected to receive.
This is high school playoff football.
And we are getting ready.
Take off your hats in recognition of this great nation.
And we are heading to kickoff right here within moments. St. Vincent De Paul, the Mustangs, they're going to be decked out in all blue with white lettering tonight. They're going to go from right to left on your TV dial. The Sonoma Valley Dragons, they're going to be decked out in all white with the green helmets and green lettering. They're going to go left to right on your TV dial. Sadly, I'm also by myself tonight, so sans my partner, who's sick as a dog.
And the California Correctional Peace Officers Association is a CIF statewide contributing partner to members of the
Dylan Chalou. Actually, Dylan or Tyler Chalou. We'll see which one comes out. Tyler Chalou's coming out, so it looks like he's going to be kicking off.
And this event is conducted under the authority of the North Coast Section, CIF. All rights are reserved.
Hassan Girarda is going to be on the right side. And I cannot tell, but I think that is Austin Hughes. That's going to be on the left side. Getting ready for kickoff. And here we go. Kickoff for the Division 5 North Coast Section Championship is about ready to begin. And Tyler Chalou, he's going to squib kick, and that ball got kind of ransacked there. But Sonoma Valley is going to recover. We will get you starting lineups at some point tonight. And Sonoma Valley is going to take over at their own 47 with some great field position. One left, one right. It's going to be two in the backfield. And it's going to be a quick handoff and an immediate tackle made by Rob Rooks. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Dallin Lapata is your starting quarterback. It's going to be Tris left, one right. One right's going to be actually lined up as a tight end. 4-3 alignment. Lapata's going to throw, and he's going to go deep. He had overthrew his man. Austin Hughes was the intended receiver. First play was Caden Waldrop, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 12. But we got a penalty that was on the play. We didn't even see the flag. It's going to make it 2nd and 17. I believe it was a legal formation call. Trips right, one left. Going on the run and making the catch. Not making the catch was Finn Hartnett. That's going to bring up 3rd and 17. We'll get you, at some point we'll try to get starting lineups. Trips right, one left. 2 safety deep. Cover 0. And Sonoma Valley is going to go 5 wide. Dropping back. It's going to be over the middle and thrown, and that's caught. Ball is caught by Hudson Giarrata. Okay, it's Hudson Giarrata, and Giarrata gets the first down for the Sonoma Valley Dragons. With a great catch. That ball got kind of lofted up there by Lapata. And he's running underneath that. Handoff's going to go to Caden Waldrop, and Waldrop is going to pick up at least 3 on the play. And give him pick up of 2. I think it's 2nd and 8. So the Valley was somewhat dead in the water. They were 3rd and 17 till that pass by Lapata. Pistol look for Sonoma Valley. It's 4-3 with a safety deep. Lapata drops back. Looking, he's going to throw another one, and that's going to be way out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. The intended receiver was Austin Hughes. And now we have another flag. Oh, they're calling PI on that, and that's going to bring up a 1st down. Coach Trent Herzog, I know his argument is the ball was thrown out of bounds. That's going to make it 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Handoff is going to go to Waldrop, and Waldrop is going to crash through the line and pick up 3 on the play. And they're going to give him 2 yards on the play. Cold night, but we got stands full here. Talking 2 teams only separated by 12 miles. 1 left, 1 right. 2 tight ends set for Sonoma Valley. Waldrop drops back. He's going to loft one in the end zone, and it's thrown up in the air and knocked out of the end zone. Joseph Edward Phillips is the one that knocked that out of bounds. I'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Well, the good news is if you're Sonoma Valley, if you don't convert here, at least you're in field goal range. Pistol look for Sonoma. 2 right, 1 left. It's going to be a 4-3. Safeties are up. It's cover 0. Another loft shot to the end zone. That ball's caught. Is it out of bounds? Trying to see if that was Austin Hughes or Hudson Giarita that were the intended receiver. Ball got lofted. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. Oswaldo Latios Reyes is on for the field goal. Nico Oliver is your holder. And that ball got kicked. It's blocked and picked up by Brody Breen. Breen is going to take it all the way back for a touchdown. Brody Breen returns the field goal that got blocked. Brody Breen with a touchdown. One of the very few times this year Sonoma Valley is down in a game. What a way to start this one off. Brody Breen taking it back nearly 85 yards. And St. Vincent's is going to go for 2. They're going on this offset formation. Untimed down on the 2. And that's going to be an easy run-in for Gabe Casanovas for the 2. And that's the thing you have to deal with Casanovas. He's a great two-way runner, and then we got a flag on the play, and that may be after the play was over. It was an odd look, but Gabe Casanovas, they offset everybody to the left. They left Casanova by himself with the center with only one guarding him, and that was an easy matchup. So we're going to get, from what we're going to hear from the ref, they call a face mask. So the face mask must have happened after the run. So I'm confused. Okay, they got the referee got it. He pointed the wrong side. So it's going to be an incidental 5-yarder. So Tyler Chalou will come on. He tried to squib one the last time. But now he's up at the 45, so he's got a better look here. Chalou will kind of squib it again, and that one may just go out of bounds, which wasn't. It was picked up by Austin Hughes at the 25. I don't know why Austin Hughes just didn't let that go out of bounds. Down Lapota, he's going to hand off. That's going to be given to Caden Waldrop. Waldrop breaks it, and he's going to go down the sideline. He's at the 50 and gets knocked out of bounds. Caden Waldrop bust off a 21-yard run. Pass out of the backfield. It's going to go to Waldrop. Waldrop catches it, and he gets dropped for at least a yard. Tackles made by C.J. Perez. There, referees will say that was no gain, so the ball will be back at the 46-yard line of the Sonoma Valley Dragons. Pistol look for the Dragons. 4-3 alignment. Cover 2. Safeties come up. And Lapata gets flushed, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds. He got hit late coming out. He may have gotten a yard. Makes it 3rd and 9. Pistol look. 2 left, 1 right. 4-3, but the safeties are up close. It's cover 0. Lapato's, he's going to throw deep. He ended up throwing it over. Austin Hughes was the intended receiver. I'll bring up 4th and 9, and now we're going to get the punter to come on. Hudson Giarita is going to be your punter. Asher Stolarczyk is going to watch that thing sail out of bounds. And St. Vincent's will take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, I do have starters for St. Vincent's. Gabe Casanovas is your quarterback. Mason Catarelli is going to be your running back. Ty Nickens, Joe Edwards Phillips, Tyler Chalou are your running backs. CJ Perez is a halfback. And we'll get the rest here in just a moment. I like how the clock does this every time I do something like that. Casanovas, he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it, and he's going to go about 4 yards up the field. Tackle was made by Luis Botello. So one thing Casanova says, he's a Novato product, and he is a dual threat. Offset eye. Handoff is going to go to number 10, Mason Catarelli. And Catarelli is going to get knocked out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. Gets across the 50 to the 49. Into Dragon territory. Offset eye. It's more of a pistol look. CJ Perez, who also is an H-back, he's back a little bit further than most. Now it's an offset eye. 2 right, 1 left, and it's going to be a handoff to Joseph Edward Phillips. Phillips cannot get around the edge, though. He got slammed to the turf. Hudson Giarita on the tackle. Makes a 2nd and 10. It was on that jet sweep, and Edwards Phillips could not get to the edge. Offset eye once again. Tight end in the slot, and it's going to be a handoff, and that is going to go Mason Catarelli, and he's going to pick up maybe 2 on the play. It's Catarelli. We'll try to get that right at some point tonight. Catarelli picks up 2, makes it 3rd and 8. It's a really critical set of downs here for Sonoma Valley to try to stop the Sonoma Valley momentum. Trips right, 1 left. Casanovas in the backfield with Catarelli. And we're getting a stoppage in play. And it's going to be a timeout by the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs. So we'll read off what we've got here. Lance Wegman is your left tackle. Ruben Barrera is your left guard. Cameron Boutelier is your center. James Parmeter is your right guard. And Rob Rooks is your left guard. That is your starting lineup. I'll try to get Sonoma Valley's at some point tonight. I was able to talk to the coaches here for St. Vincent's up in the booth beforehand, so I was able to get these starting lineups for the Mustangs. 3rd and 8. This time they're going to go trips left, 1 right for the Mustangs. Blitz look. 5-man front, all standing. Now they've dropped back in a 4 and a coverage. Casanovas drops back. He's going to throw out in a flat, and falling and slipping was Catagarelli. Hudson Giarita on the tackle. And that's going to make it interesting. It's 4th and 5. Not really out of no man's land. That's usually anything inside the 40. We consider it, but we had a flag first, so scratch everything I just said. We'll make it 3rd and 13. I believe that was an illegal formation call. Referee didn't jump on. This time, St. Vincent's will go 2 left, 2 right. 3-man front. Almost a prevent defense. Casanova drops back. It's a quick out to Joseph Edwards Phillips, and Phillips gets knocked backwards. He may have caught 2 yards, but that's going to bring up 4th and 11. Angelo Tellez on the tackle. Big stop for Sonoma Valley as they try to regain some momentum here. Austin Hughes is going to be your lone punt returner. Tyler Chalou is coming on a punt. Chalou's back at his 36. He stuttered step and then got off a really good kick. Austin Hughes is going to call for the fair catch, and then it bounces, and that thing's going to bounce all the way to the 9-yard line. Nice punt by Tyler Chalou. He just kind of stood there for a second. He stalled, and then the kick went up and got a really good one off. Sonoma Valley will start at their 9-yard line. Call it the 8. Here's your starting defense for Sonoma Valley. Jack Ellis is a left defensive end. Ruben Barrera is a left defensive tackle. Rob Brooks is a right defensive tackle. C.J. Perez is the right defensive end. And we'll come back and try to fill that out here in a few more moments. 2 left, 1 actually. It's going to be on an end around. And getting through the hole is going to be Hudson Giarata. And Giarata is going to pick up a near first down. In fact, he has got it. Giaretta with a nice run off that end around. It's kind of like a sweep. But that gets Sonoma Valley to the 19-yard line. Gets them out of that just inside the 10 where you're limited in your options. Pistol look. Going into motions, Benicio Reyes. And this time, that is going to be taking off is Dylan Lapata, and Lapata gets another first down. No, it was Caden Waldrop, my bad. I didn't see the handoff there. I thought it was Lapata who just took off. Well, that time it will be Waldrop. Waldrop is going to hit the big mosh, and he's going to pick up at least 2 on the play. If it's 2nd and 8. Well, it's 2nd and 7. Pistol look, 2 right on 1 left. Lapata, he's going to scramble. He's going to throw it. And he got it off possibly before he was sacked. C.J. Perez was in on the pressure. Ended up forcing Lapata to get rid of it before he wanted it to. And that brings up a 3rd and 7. Drifts right, 1 left. Cover 0 with a safety deep, and Lapata throws it and knocked away at the last second. Austin Hughes was your intended receiver, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 7. Asher Stolarczyk is going to be back at his own 35. Hudson Giardia is ready to punt. Gets a good one away. He's going to get a good bounce. Cross over the 24 to the 23. And makes it to the 22-yard line. St. Vincent's will take over. Trying to see if there was a flag on the play. Kind of a weird booth up here. It's an older booth, and the windows are already fogged up. And so we got a personal foul, and it's a face mask. And that is going to move this ball way back. It's going to go, ball's going to be placed all the way back at the 11-yard line. Call it the 10. That is a brutal face mask call. Two left, one right. Pistol look. Casanovas is going to keep the ball, and he's going to make it all the way up. Get a good run. Close under the 18-yard line. Picks up 6 on the play. The one thing is, when teams run, makes this quarter go quick. Sonoma's going to be in a 4-3. Two tight ends set, and the ball got snapped low. Casanovas did a pretty good job. He was able to hand the ball off. Catarelli. Mason Catarelli is the one who made it, and then he came up slow. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Mason Catarelli picks up at least 3 on the play. Call it 2, and that actually is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1, Sonoma Valley, looking for their first ever championship, is down 8-0 over the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs. Will cut to a break. Come back in a moment. This is the NFHS Network.
It's our 21 awards from the American Heart Association.
And some from our best patients too. It's a shot to boost his immunity.
It's the dinosaur stickers.
It's being voted best place to have a baby.
It's the option to have Dr. Chin or a nurse midwife by my side.
And knowing our family will be cared for, no matter who we are or who we love.
Third and 2 for the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs. They're at their own 19-yard line. 8-0 is your score. An 80-yard blocked field goal return for a touchdown by Brody Breen and a 2-point conversion. It's your only score here, and this is going to be the triple option look, and it's going to be a run for a first down. I'm trying to see who did that as well, because I don't believe that was Catargarelli. That might have been the H-back, C.J. Perez. But they went with that triple option look. Two now, two left, two right. Actually, yep, two left, two right with a tight end. This one, Casanovas is going to take himself. He gets to the outside. Breaks one tackle, breaks a second. We got a penalty, though, coming back. Casanovas got the first down, but we have a holding call, and that is going to bring it back. If it's a spot foul, it's going to make it about 1st and 16. It's going to be a spot foul. It's going to make it 1st and 12. Casanova went outside, then went in, and that's where the hold occurred. Two left, two right. Casanovas in the backfield. Casanovas take it. He's going to throw a quick out. That's going to go to Ty Nickens. Nickens gets at least a couple yards out of it, and he fought his way for an actual first down. Ty Nickens was just a quick out to the sideline, was able to fight his way for an extra 5 yards and get the first. Two left, two right. The ones on the right are in a bunch set right on the sideline. And it's going to be a handoff. That's going to go to Catargarelli, and Catargarelli is going to pick up at least 7 on the play, maybe 8. Makes it 2nd and 2. That's where St. Vincent's is dangerous, because there you have Gabe Casanovas, who will take off. Trips to the left, one to the right. 4-3 alignment. Handoff is going to go to Catargarelli, and Catargarelli is going to pick up the first down. Give it for a first down. This is what is working for the Mustangs. It's a time-consuming drive. Sonoma Valley is going to go back into a 4-3. Cover 1. Trips left, one right. Casanovas is going to keep it, and he's going to get sacked behind the line of scrimmage. That was Luis Botello on the sack. I mean, it was a designed run play, but that's going to go down as a sack. It's a 3-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 13. That's one of those that Botello might just be the spy. Considered the spy on these plays. Because you have to have a spy. Split backs between Casanovas. 2 left, 1 right. Handoff is going to go to Joseph Edwards Phillips. Phillips gets around the edge, breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd, and now he's off to the races. It's a foot race to the end zone. 5, touchdown for the Mustangs. Joseph Edward Phillips on a 47-yard, might even be more. Joseph Edward Phillips, touchdown for the Mustangs. This will bring on the extra point. Your holder is Mason Catagarelli. Kicker is Tyler Chalou. Snap is down, the kick is up, and that kick is good. Low but good. Makes the score 15-0. Mustangs. Jay Ruffinelli is the soul on the roof tonight. Doing the yeoman's work. I'm down below. Sans my partner, Anthony Allen. My name is Greg Irish. We are North Bay SF Productions. St. Vincent's looking to get their 2nd championship in 2 years. Well, Tyler Chalou, he's squibbed one for an onside to start this game, and then he squibbed the 2nd one. Austin Hughes is going to be to the left. Hudson Giarita is going to be to your right. Chalou, one of the things he's been trying to do, he wants to keep it away from the Sonoma Valley players, but this one is going to be bombed, and that's going to be picked up by Hudson Giarita. Giarita gets the 10, 15, 20, gets an edge, 25, 30, crosses the 30, and gets tackled at the 32. Got dropped down by Jack Ellis. Yeah, since we started this, we might as well finish it. CJ Perez is your, well, we already got there. Brody Breen, Hudson Kensick, and Frankie Monticello are your linebackers. Ty Nickens, Dylan Chalou, Joseph Edwards Phillips, and Mason Catagarelli round out the defensive assignments here. And Sonoma Valley is going to start their 3rd possession. Trips to the right, 1 left. Handoff is going to go to Caden Waldrop, and Waldrop is going to get a good run. He's going to get over the 40. Brody Breen on the tackle. Pick up 6 on the play. Pistol look, 2 right, 1 left. Handoff is once again, it's going to go to Caden Waldrop, and Waldrop is going to get very close to the 1st down. And it is enough for the 1st down. Tackles made by CJ Perez. Pistol look, 2 left, 1 right. Ball's going to be thrown up, and with a catch. I believe that was Giaretta is going to make that catch. Ball gets floated up there. Hudson Giaretta, he looked like he pushed off right the last second. But it doesn't make a difference as Gioretta gets the first down. Right in the 37-yard line of the Mustangs. This time will be a handoff to Caden Waldrop. Waldrop's going to pick up 2 on the play. That's where I need a spotter. Tackle was made by Ruben Barrera. Dropping back is, and nearly caught, getting flushed. Lapata was flushed out of the pocket. Hudson Giorita was the one who nearly caught it. CJ Perez flushed Lapata out of the pocket. Brings up 3rd and 8. You're almost in no man's land at this point. If you're Sonoma Valley, you're down 15. Trips right, 1 left. Lapata steps up in the pocket. He's going to throw. He lost one, and that's going to get picked off. He floated it too high. That got picked off by Edwards Phillips, and Phillips is still on the run. He gets all the way to midfield. Joseph Edwards Phillips with the pick. Gets all the way to midfield. He picked it at the 10 and gets it on a 39-yard return to the 49-yard line. That time Lapata, who's been floating passes most of the night, that time he didn't have any receivers get underneath it. And the Mustangs will be just on their side of the 50-yard line. 2 left, 2 right. 4-3 alignment. Casanovas is going to keep it. Casanovas breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. Gets another one, and he's going to pick up the first down. I'm sorry, Cataregli. That was Casanovas, but Cataregli, I didn't see the handoff there, but first down all the less. Trips right, 1 left. 4-3 alignment. Cover 2 luck. Casanovas in shotgun. He's going to take it. He's going to throw a quick out to Edwards Phillips. Phillips catches it, gets through 1 tackle. He got stood up at the 40. Ty Nickens picks up 6 on the play. Make it 2nd and 4. At the half, we'll tune in and see what's going on over in American Canyon. Friends Bruce Irvin and the Campolindo crew have got that game tonight. And Casanovas keeps it himself, picks up maybe 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Luis Botello on the tackle. Makes it 3rd and 3. Botello on the tackle makes 3rd and 3. He's going to be your spy tonight. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Cataregli in the backfield, and Casanova's going to keep it, and flag's coming back. Casanovas kept it and got the first, but That was thrown right at the line of, right as that play got snapped. And they're going to bring this one back. It was great when the official had his microphone system. And that was a quick hold call. That thing got launched the minute that it got snapped, so it goes from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 13. Oh, calling a legal shift. I saw the hold sign come up, so I assumed it was going to be if hold call made it instead of 3rd and 8, 3rd and 13, but it will be 3rd and 8. Trips left, one right. And we're getting something. Timeout for St. Vincent's. That will be their second timeout of the half. With 4:51 remains. We'll have a commercial. Come back in a moment.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You say my kid?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with you?
Third and 8 for the Mustangs. 2 left, 2 right. They're at their own at the Dragon 34. Casanova's going to drop back. He's going to throw it down the field, and he's got a wide open receiver who gets knocked out the 1. That was Jack Ellis, and he is out at the 1. Jack Ellis with a great catch. Casanovas just floated that ball only where Jack Ellis could get it. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Mustangs, looking to increase the lead. Pitch back is going to go to Mason Catagarelli, and that is another touchdown for the Mustangs. Cataregli with the touchdown. To make it 21-0. And once again, here is this look. It's a unique look when you have a quarterback who's a scrambler. But instead, they're going to go with a traditional extra point try. That's where they lined up Cataregli as your quarterback. Instead, he's going to be your holder, Tyler Chalou. Snap is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. And your score with 4:38 remaining. Don't mind what it says there. 4:38 remains. 22-0. Mustangs over the Dragons. Let us see if we've got a score. Over in Division 4. So far, 7-7, Redwood and American Canyon going to the second quarter. Cal High, when they did their listings last week of probable setups, they had American Canyon and St. Vincent's possibly for a NorCal game. Chalou with a kick. That's going to go out of bounds. Austin Hughes was back there ready to receive, but instead this ball is going to go to the 35 of the Sonoma Dragons. And the Dragons need to get something now. The boulders have been coming off the mountain, and they have run over the Dragons. 4:38, there is a lot of time. You're down 3 scores, but if you pick up something here and you hold, the Dragons received the kickoff to start this game, so the Mustangs will get it in the second half. And they've got to move the ball back over to the side that it went out on, which is the side closest to your camera. Jay Ruffinelli's manning it up there. It is a cold night up here. It's 44 degrees. Cold in the booth, even colder up top. Going to be a handoff. It's going to go right up. Caden Waldrop. Waldrop's still up on his feet. Runs like a fullback, and he ends up getting all the way to the 40-yard line over to the 37. Waldrop with a huge run. As they move the chains to the Mustang 37, Waldrop is going to get the ball again, and he ducks one runner, but he couldn't get around the second one. Couldn't get out of the tackle by Hudson Kensick. Well, it's 2nd and 9. Hudson Kensick with the tackle. 2 left, 2 right. And well, Lapata got the Mustangs a jump, but he didn't snap the ball. Had the ball snapped to him, so it's just reset. Lapata's going to drop back, and he's going to heave it downfield. He's got a wide open receiver, but there's a PI on that. Austin Hughes was the intended receiver, but that doesn't make a difference because this ball is going to be moved up 15 yards on the pass interference. 15-yard penalty. That's going to move it up to the 20-yard line. Actually, the 21. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Beautifully thrown ball there by Dallin Lapata. That was basically his best thrown ball of the night. He had his receiver in stride. Caden Waldrop with a run, and he gets immediately swallowed up for a yard loss. Rob Rooks on the tackle. A 3-yard loss. Quick pass to the sideline, caught. Austin Hughes. There's Austin Hughes on the catch. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Two left, 2 right. Hand off to Waldrop. Waldrop's going to get to the 10-5. Touchdown, but did a flag just pop up? No, Waldrop got to the 1. Waldrop just went out at the 1 yard line. We'll see how the penalty is. If it's so it's an incidental face mask. That will be a half the distance to the goal. And basically move it from a oh, there was a touchdown. Wow, talk about not seeing that. Never saw the hands go up. Sylvain Canning will come on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Well, Caden Waldrop with a 21-yard touchdown run. Some got right out the one and never saw the referees raise the hands up. And just what the Dragons needed. They needed a quick scoring drive. Now they need to hold right here. Sylvain Canning will kick off. Asher Stolorchik is going to be on the right side. Mason Catarelli on the left. Cataregli, we'll keep getting it. Well, at some point tonight we'll get that right. Cataregli is going to be on your left. Stolarchik on the right. And Canning with a kick. Canning gets one deep, and that's going to go in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. Canning with a great kick. Sonoma Valley does have 3 timeouts. Mustangs only have 1. Not only was that kickoff needed to get pinned way back at the 20, no time was taken off, and you got 3 timeouts. If you get 3 stops here, you can get the ball back with a good chunk of change. 2 left, 2 right, both in a stick formation. Handoff is going to go to Catarigli, and Catarigli picks up a first down. Anthony De Torres with the tackle. And another one is going to go to Catarigli. And Catarigli picks up another 5 or 6. Make it 2nd and 4. 2 left, 2 right. You want to be in a hurry, but you don't want to be in that much of a hurry. 2nd and 4. 4-3. Casanovas, he's going to go deep. He's looking for Joseph Edwards Phillips, and that is knocked away. Angelo Cano was in coverage. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Third and 4 for the Mustangs. Did stop the clock at $1:53. 2 left, 2 right. 4-3, 2 safety deep. Casanovas, quick pitch out, and in and out of the hands of Ty Nickens. Nearly picked off, too. Brendan Warbalski nearly got his hands on a very lucky, would have been picked, but that brings up a 4th and 3. Austin Hughes is going to go back. Tyler Chalou will get ready to punt. Tyler Chalou waited, and he stalled it, and actually it's going to give Austin Hughes. It actually kicked off the heel of a Mustang, and the ball jetted forward. It kicked off of Asher Stolarchik's heel. He had his back turned, so it's a matter of it's where he touched it. It's going to be at the 30-yard line. But a huge break and a good defensive stand for the Dragons. But you get 70 yards. You do have three timeouts. And they are going to move that ball because it didn't get downed until the 37-yard line. Stolarchik, he ended up hitting that with his back heel. He never even saw the ball. The ball didn't get downed. 2 left, 2 right. And it's going to be a rollout. Throw the sideline. Lapata with the pass, and it was good to Hudson Gioretta. Now they're going to say it's 2nd and 1. Lapata, he's going to drop back. Instead, he's going to get flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to get sacked. CJ Perez on the sack, and that's going to make it now 3rd and 5. And we do get a timeout by the Dragons, who had 3, so it makes a little sense. Burn one right now. 59 seconds remain, so I didn't even see the clock had stopped. All right, we'll cut to a quick commercial. Back in a moment. Quick timeout. And drop back to pass and throw. And, it just in and out of the hands. That was Austin Hughes. That was another nice pass by Dallin Lapata. And that's going to bring up 4th and 5. And that was just off the fingertips of Hughes. If Hughes catches that, that is one for the highlight reel right there. But instead, it'll bring up 4th and 5. Asher Stolarchik is going to go back. Savine Canning will come on for the punt. And Canning gets it away. It's a good high kick, too. The ball's caught, and it's going to by Stolarchik. Stolarchik is dropped at the 18. Didn't see who the number was. We don't have a spotter up here tonight. 42 seconds remain. I think you're going to see at least 1 to 2 runs by Cataregli and or Casanovas. There's not much else. You don't want to, if you throw it, you risk that pick. We'll have the cheerleaders on at halftime. I think both teams are going to perform. And they've got to be nice and cold tonight out there. And just like that, And this is a case of the discretion is going to be the better part of valor as St. Vincent's is walking off the field. And Sonoma Valley is doing as well. So we will have our cheerleaders coming up at halftime. Jay will come down here and stay warm. Now we're just waiting for. So we shut the door, so. And that is your halftime. So we come to the half, 22-7. St. Vincent over Sonoma Valley. This is the NFHS Network. We are North Bay SF Productions. Jay Ruffinelli is your cameraman. He is up top. I'm going to lower the voice volume, and we'll be back in a moment with the half. All right. Check, check. Wow, Redwood's ahead. They're in all the half. Guy, my friend Bruce, who runs the Campo broadcast. Hey, you got an extra cameraman tonight? I'm like, no, sorry. I got one, and he's with me. Yeah. That was quick.
Thank you.
Really quick.
Thank you to the St. Vincent Mustang cheerleaders. And now taking the field for Sonoma Valley High School, it's the Dragon cheerleaders.
The Dragons would figure out. He's had two good throws. One of them touchdown. One of them long pass, and that one where he had it on right up the tips. It was like you could see it. And how he floated that pit.
Totally floated it, yeah.
Yeah, their coach is in there. Well, I don't tell you there, buddy, but I can tell you it's back. Thanks. I'm very good. You want to grab a seat? Go ahead. Yeah. Hi, man. This would suck to be a cheerleader tonight. Too damn cold.
I was watching some of that modern day St. John Bosco.
I was actually watching the Campo game just because Chris and those guys were producing it, and I turned over to Sierra Run Valley, Pittsburgh. They had like 2 year flights because Pittsburgh, Spudville. I assume Matter Day won.
Barely.
Really? Because they destroyed St. John Bosco in the last game.
It's still playing, but it turned off on here.
They destroyed them 42-0 last time.
Yes. No, this was like
Well, I don't know. Here you go.
like 30,
Yeah, they're
like
still playing on here.
31-24 or something.
Wow.
What do you want to do with this?
Well, St. John Bosco as a freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he threw for 300 yards and a couple touchdowns.
Holy crap. You're that damn good. Wow. Holy cow. Jeez.
And I'm listening to the broadcast, and like the whole game between both teams, it was like, oh, so and so is going to Oregon, so and so
Oh, yeah.
going to Washington. It was like, oh my god, like everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like 2 private schools down there.
Yeah.
It's like they get the pick of the litter. Where do you feel like driving to? Where will your commute be? Will it be a 30-mile commute or a 20-mile commute? Take your pick. There's just no way you can beat De La Salle's. I don't know if De La Salle's going to get out of the Open next week. If they get matched up with Sarah, they'll beat them. If they get matched up with Folsom, Folsom's going to kick their ass. Yeah. Problem is Folsom's going to go down and get crunched. That's kind of like, who do you
still mind-boggling to think San Marino is the same. Like,
And the North Coast section
modern day.
takes this
Like
opportunity
what, dude? Like,
to
it made no sense.
It's like that conversation.
NCS football
I mean, it's.
coach.
I
This
mean,
coach has received
yeah,
recognition for
maybe last
outstanding
year's team.
service to the sport
I
of
mean, we could
football,
compete it.
maintenance
Last
of the
year's team
highest
could have
standards
beat
of
last
professional
year's team. So.
conduct, and most of all, for
Yeah, they had like 3 or 4 losses
extraordinary
last year, didn't they?
contributions to
Did they?
and local community.
We were that good. say, I'm actually doing it from here. I can see everything, but like right here, you can see the scoreboard. They're gonna tear this thing down. The real one. That would be nice. Like, if you see some ones on it, that's what you might want to think about. If Samurai could add on one more section, that would be even better. I'm working on having Dawn put, kind of like Sarah Bell has the four stanchions and the cover. Oh, yeah. Dawn to do that. Now that we're kind of in lawless land right now with all the things that are happening down around Samarin. Like, here, put that up there. You get a cover up there. And anybody who's up there is going to be at least safe from the elements.
Right behind me.
Don't fly. There we go. The last one?
I think so.
All right. I love the busing drill. I wonder if that's the Sonoma Valley party bus or if that's the players. It's only a 12-minute drive from here. All right.
See if this becomes a blowout or
I don't know. A lot of be a close game. It's more entertaining. I won't be hearing TV sets turning off all over the place. Halftime score: Redwood 21, American Canadian 14. Yeah. Napa. Yeah. Rumor has it American Canadian wins. St. Vincent's will play American Canadian. Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun?
So what's the update?
21-14, Redwood over American Canadian. American Canadian. Mission 4. Yeah. Not high. Redwood beat American Canyon, but they beat him the last time because American Canyon's best player went down with a concussion. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight because as we get ready for kickoff. Sonoma Valley down 22-7 with St. Vincent De Paul. We got a score over at Napa tonight. American Canyon and Redwood in Division 4 game. Redwood with a 21-14 lead. Both schools are looking for their first ever North Coast Section football championship. Ready for the third quarter. Catarigli is on the left side. Stolarchik's on the right. And we got another kick, and that's going to be Stolarchik. He's going to pick it up 10, 15, crosses over the 15 to the 20. He gets wrapped up at the 20 and slammed to the turf. And this is how we're going to start this half off. And they're going to the third quarter right now as well. First and 10 on the 20 for the Mustangs. They've had two offensive scores and also the field goal block. That's going to be on a jet sweep. It's going to go to Joseph Edwards Phillips. Phillips gets all the way to the 28, and they're going to keep the clock rolling. Make it 2nd and 1. St. Vincent's, there's not much you really need to do. The run game has been going pretty well. Casanovas hasn't really needed to do much tonight. Cataregli's done a lot, and so with Edwards Phillips. This time, though, Casanovas is going to keep it, and he gets the first down. Casanovas gets it across the 32 to the 33. First down for the Mustangs. And if you're the Mustangs, you want those long, time-consuming drives. Pistol look, 2 left, 2 right, 1 left. Casanovas, he's going to hand it off. Cataregli crosses a 40, and he's going to get upended, but he's going to get the first down. Cataregli got dropped by Luis Botello and Nico Oliver. Actually, it's Olivier. Pistol look, 2 left, 1 right. Hand off back to Cataregli, and Cataregli gets about maybe 3 yards on the play. Tackle was made by Nico Olivier. 2nd and 7. Good enough to get the ball at the 48. Well, one nice thing being here at Casa Grande, I'm directly hooked into their network, hardwired, so we're getting the best feed that we can possibly get tonight. We were here 2 weeks ago, and they had the entire thing ripped out. They had lost one of their sets of electricity up here. They had a fuse blowout. Casanova's going to keep it, and he got wrapped up, gained about 1 yard. He got wrapped up by Luis Botello. Botello literally wrapped up Casanovas by the ankles. Makes it 3rd and 6. Pistol look, 2 left, 1 right, and it's going to be a blitz coming in. They're going to throw out into the flat, and it's going to be caught by Joseph Edwards Phillips, and he has enough for the first down, and there's a flag, and that's probably going to be a late hit out of bounds. So it was a late hit out of bounds. And that will move the ball up 15 yards. Not sure what we're waiting for. Yeah, we were right. Personal foul. That moves the ball all the way up to the 28-yard line. That is a critical penalty. Pistol look, 2 left, 1 right. Casanovas keeps it, and he got wrapped up and just couldn't get anywhere. He's going to pick up 3 on the play. Luis Botello was in there with Nico Olivier. Pick up a 3 on a play. St. Vincent's, you are in absolutely no hurry right now. Two left, one right. Split backfield. Casanovas is going to hand it off to Joseph Edwards Phillips, and Phillips breaks it, and he's going to waltz in. Touchdown, Mustangs. There was a flag on the play. Joseph Edwards Phillips, he got stopped in the backfield. And it is not. Flag was thrown late, and it was way down. Let's see if at least the Mustangs pick up a first down. This is going to be a holding call. It's going to be 2nd and 1. The flag makes it 2nd and 1. 2nd and 2, really. Pistol look, 2 left, 1 right. Casanovas is going to roll to his right. He's going to keep it, and he is going to pick up the first down. They're going to go with this bunch look. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be Mason Cataregli. And Cataregli gets knocked out of bounds, but it's going to be 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5 as Cataregli got knocked out of bounds. They're going to go with this triple option look again. And Cataregli, did he get in? No, he got knocked out of bounds.
And that run is just short of the pylon. They're going to rule him down.
It'll be 2nd and goal. Cataregli got all the way down to the 1. What was this triple option look? It's a bunch. Wouldn't shock me to see this. This is almost like a tush-push look. Handoff to Cataregli, and he can get in. Dragons hold. It's going to make a 3rd and goal at the 1. 3rd and goal. This is the half-yard mark. Same look again. Casanovas hands it off, and Cataregli, he didn't get in. In fact, he got tackled in the backfield. That's going to be 4th and goal. Luis Botello. That was a great tackle because he got him a yard back. It's going to be 4th and goal. If Sonoma Valley can hold here, 4th and goal basically at the 5. 3 stops at the 1. This would be a big game changer and a huge help for him. St. Vincent's going to do the same thing again. Casanovas is going to hand off. Did he get in? And they signal touchdown for the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs. And we got a player down, and that might be Cataregli, who well, it's not Cataregli. Another flag that came in. So it was Cataregli. Cataregli's got to come off, though, for this extra point attempt because he was down. I think the flag's getting waved off. Asher Stolarczyk is going to have to come in and be the holder. This is usually done by Mason Cataregli. Tyler Chalou on for the extra point. Snap it. And we're going to get offsides. Moves it up a yard if you're St. Vincent's. Maybe you think about moves it up from the 2.5 to the 1.5. Maybe you think about going for the 2-point conversion, even though you're up 28-7. That drive took 7.5 minutes off the clock. Tyler Chalou, snap is down, and kick was good, but then we got a flag on the play as well. And no idea what this is. Kick was good. It's going to be a false start. Once again, Tyler Chalou, his third time to attempt to kick. Move 5 yards back. Snap is down, and we're going to get another offsides call. So you can move it up 2.5 yards. They might move back to the 2, or this may be moved up to the 4.5. So if you're counting at home, we've had 2 offsides and 1 false start. And we're back where we originally started. And here we go. Snap is down, kick is up, and this time with no flags on the play, it is good. And now we have a 29-7 ball game. Looking in on our friend Bruce over at Napa. Redwood's got a 21-20 lead. American Canyon came back and scored a touchdown and missed the extra point. Redwood's got the ball at the American Canyon 26. Keeping tabs on the other games as well. Oh, and Arcata won a big game today. 28-21 over Miramonte for the D6 title. Austin Hughes will be on the left. Hudson Giarata will be on the right. Tyler Chalou will get ready to kick. And I guess there was another penalty at there some point, because now this ball is going to be kicked all the way to the 45. So the Dragons will now be pushed to the 35. Tyler Chalou getting ready to kick from the Dragon 45. A lot of options he's got here. He could try an onside kick like he did earlier, or he could just kick one and boom it at the back of the end zone. Instead, he squibbed it, and it's going to be picked up at the 10, the 15, the 20. Go to the 24, 25, and finally, Hudson Giaretta, who fought for a lot of yardage. And I'm really surprised Chalou didn't kick that. And we've got an injured, I think it's a Dragon. Oh, and Redwood just threw a pick into the end zone. Oh, what a brutal pick thrown by Vasquez from Redwood. And so on a quick pitch, that's going to go out to Hudson Giaretta. And Giaretta, that was a end around. Picks up, looks like 6 on the play. And that ball got fumbled. Down Lapata, who is lined up behind center now. Ball's recovered. That's going to bring up loss of a yard, 3rd and 5. Lapata, who's gone out of shotgun, and now he's lining up directly behind center. This time, though, he's going to be back in a shotgun. Two left, one right, pistol look, 4-3. Lapata drops back. He's going to chuck it down the field and throws it away. Looking for Giaretta. And now we get another flag. It's going to be a holding on Sonoma Valley. I would assume that is going to be declined. And apparently I haven't turned on the clock in a little bit. So it's 3:13 left. Savine Canning is getting ready to kick. Gets one away. Kicks it out of bounds. Stolarczyk was back there to receive. And it only made it to the 40. Shanked off of Canning's foot. He only got, on a net yardage, only 5 yards. And that's when you know things aren't going right. .306 remains. This one, St. Vincent's, they get a touchdown here. They could put this game to bed. Let's see who got that. Was that Casanovas? Casanovas on the direct snap, and he ends up on picking up 7 on the play. Angelo Tellez on the tackle. Sonoma Valley's facing a double problem. Not only is St. Vincent's deep in their own territory, but St. Vincent's has absolutely no desire to have to stop this. Handoff is going to go to Catarelli, and he's going to take a 10-5 touchdown Mustangs. That may have sealed it. Mason Catarelli. Catarelli with his third touchdown tonight has put this game out of reach. And one more touchdown. We're going to be in, I didn't think we'd see it tonight, in running clock territory. That look once again. And throw to the back of the end zone. Caught for the 2-point conversion. So on the 2-point conversion, it's going to make it 37-7. You didn't see who made the catch. It was Jack Ellis. He lined up to the far right, and he was the only receiver on the right side and just kind of snuck behind because everybody thought Casanovas was going to run into the end zone off that bunch. Look to the far left where 7 people were lined up. Update in American Canyon. 21-20 still Redwood, but American Canyon has it 2nd and goal. No, American Canyon has scored. Now it's 26-21. American Canyon late in the third. Hudson to the right. Gioretta to the left. Tyler Chalou will get ready to kick off. Ball's going to be a squibber and be picked up by Hudson. Hudson gets a great run out to the 47-yard line. No, it's Gioretta. Hudson Gioretta with a great run. Just off that squib kick. Gets all the way to the 47-yard line. Or realistically, for the Dragons, they're going to have to score onside kick. Pistol look, 2 right, 1 left. Be a handoff up the gut to Caden Waldrop. And Waldrop gets a yard. Pitch out to Waldrop again. Waldrop breaks across a 50, and he's tackled inbounds. Tackle was made by Hudson Kinzick. Picks up maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Dragons in hurry up. 2 right, 1 left. Pistol look. Cover, actually it's cover 0. Throw down the field and near overthrown. Austin Hughes was the intended receiver. That's going to bring up 4th and 7. Well, you might as well go for it. You're not going to lose anything by punting. All that's going to do is send us home a little bit earlier if you don't convert and the Mustangs score. 4th and 7. Lapata back in shotgun. Lapata's going to scramble. Throws out, and the intended receiver was Angelo Telez or Cooper. Connor Cooper, one of the two, but it didn't make a lot of difference because that was incomplete, and now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. As we get ready for the start of the fourth, we're ending up with a third, and a number of Mustangs now. A lot of the starters are coming out. Trips left, one right. Cataregli and Casanovas in the backfield. Casanovas will drop back, and we got a flag. And it'll be a false start. It'll be a dead ball foul. So instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 15 at the 44. We'll have the awarding of the trophies at the end of the fourth. And the flags. Trips right, one left. Casanovas, quick pass out to Edwards Phillips, and Phillips breaks down the line, and he's going to make it all the way to the 30-yard line. Joseph Edwards Phillips just on that little quick out to the sideline and ends up picking up over 25 yards on the pass, and that's going to be 1st and 10 at 30. And since Edwards Phillips was knocked out of bounds, it stops the clock at 44 seconds. There's a score here. You can guarantee we will be running clock on a fourth. Oh, the handoff out to Jack Stevenson. He got rolled, met at least on a 5-yard loss. Angelo Telez gets the tackle, and we are going to end with the third quarter. As the clock runs, and we have finished 3. 37-7. St. Vincent's over Sonoma Valley. We're on a couple commercials. Come back here in a moment. Here on the NFHS Network.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank you for all that you do officiating high school football.
What you do matters, and what you do is important for our student athletes.
Without you and what you do, it's just practice.
I know you've worked hard in your preparation this offseason, and now it's game time.
Go out there and call them like you see them.
Embrace the grind.
And the biggest thing of all is to have fun.
Please, stay safe, have a great season, and we'll all be watching.
$37-7 as we go to the fourth quarter. Mustangs on the drive looking to put a fork in this one. Up 30. Score another touchdown. We go running clock. Pistol look. Hand off to Stevenson. And Stevenson again gets met in the backfield. Telez, who has tackled Stevenson for 2 plays for 9 yards loss. I don't think it's the stat line Jack Stevenson wanted was 2 rushes minus 9 yards. See if Casanovas throws this one. Casanovas drops back. He gets rushed, throws it, and the ball is caught. And running down the sidelines is Joseph Edwards Phillips. And Phillips goes in for the touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs. And that is your proverbial nail in the coffin. Joseph Edwards Phillips with another touchdown catch and run. And that will make it 43-7. And very shortly, we will be hitting the running clock here. Which hasn't begun yet. Tyler Chalou on for another extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. That makes it 44-7, and we've got another flag. And if I had to guess that, the way the official was walking with the Sonoma Valley players, I think it's going to be on them. And that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. And if it is, they're going to move that ball back to the 45 of the Dragons for the kickoff. An undefeated season for the Sonoma Valley Dragons is going right down the toilet. There may be I don't think there's an ejection, but there's a flag, but I do not know. Nope. And we're right. Sonoma Valley is going to get hit with another unsportsmanlike conduct on the extra point. And this is just what's happening now is just frustration as a meltdown. They've dominated every game except for the Salesian game last week, but they have run into a buzzsaw with the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs, who are going to clinch their second straight NCS championship. Last year it was D6. This year it's going to be D5. And Chalou is going to get a squibber, and that ball is going to be actually hit by the up man, but the up man did a great job of diving on that ball. Benjamin Stevenson did a great job just diving on it. And now we're in running clock. Dragons will take over at 36. They'll keep their starters pretty much in at this point, but we're in running clock territory. Pistol look. Dropping back is going to be Lapata. Lapata gets rushed and he gets sacked. Yeah, sacked by C.J. Perez. That is a big loss. That's a 10-yard loss. Oh, second. Sacks for 8 yards. Redwood on the drive. They're down by a touchdown. And it's going to be taken by Caden Waldrop, and Waldrop's going to get all that back and more. Waldrop picked up easily 12 on a play. Dropping back. Lapata and Lapata throws it out of bounds, but well, he stopped the clock, I think because of injury. So there's a hold on the offense. All right, so offsetting penalties, still going to make it 3rd and 5. Pass over the middle and incomplete. Jack Benjamin. But it was Finn Hartnett, and we have another flag. That one might be roughing the passer. Nope. Going to be a holding call. Well, now we're stopping the clock. Personal foul. Now we got coaches on the field. Guess the clock is going to continue to run. And that's going to be a personal foul, and that's going to push this back. And right now, you got St. Vincent's coaches coming on the field. They're livid. Now we got a timeout by St. Vincent's. Well, if I had to guess, St. Vincent's called the timeout. And it's going to be 4th and forever. Now we go on the official when he tells us to turn on the clock. We don't listen to the fans saying anything. Punt away, and then that one got shanked. That ball is going to die basically at the 39-yard line. Oh, this is starting to get really ugly. Angelo Tellez, he was just trying to get around to get the ball. Trying to get around an up man from St. Vincent's. So we're in running clock territory. It's all over but the ceremony right now. And Redwood somehow just, they had it down at their 8-yard, at the American Canyon 8, and now lost the ball. I got to talk to Bruce tomorrow. And we got another flag that's come in. Another unsportsmanlike. That's 6 tonight on Sonoma Valley. I've counted 6 right now on Sonoma Valley unsportsmanlike conducts. And right now, this is just a complete meltdown of Sonoma Valley, who's just not faced this type of team in St. Vincent's all season. They've run through the competition. And St. Vincent's gets this one all the way down to the 24. They may just chuck one up. I mean, Jack Stevenson, he got his first positive run yardage. And right now, it's just St. Vincent's just kind of waiting until that last 5 seconds of the 30-second clock. Casanovas is going to hand off to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to run up the gut, and he's going to pick up at least 6 to 7 yards on the play. And every time I hit the flag, the clock stops on my end. This is what you call a meltdown of composure that has happened to Sonoma Valley tonight. They have, we're a full minute down. Oh, it's 2nd and 4. Trips right, 1 left. Stevenson with a handoff again. Stevenson tried to find a gap, and he actually got the first down. Oh. They're going to move the change. Anthony DeTorres on the tackle. At the end of the game, we will have the award presentations. The runner-up flag that will go to Sonoma Valley, the championship flag, and plaque that will go to St. Vincent's. And then St. Vincent's will sit back and wait tomorrow while the pros play. They will wait to find out their fate, where they will be playing. Stevenson once again on a sweep on the left. Picks up another 5 yards on the play. Spencer Owens on the tackle. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Casanovas in absolutely no hurry with this offense right now. American Canyon, they've got the ball at the Redwood 32 with 5:16 left, and they're up 7. And they just got a 1st and 10. We'll see if Cal High Sports prediction comes true. Stevenson once again, he gets across the 10. He's going to be all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Chicken wings. Given the Raising Cane's commercial, but chicken wings sounds really good tonight. B-Dubs is right around the corner. We'll be out of here in a few minutes. Trips right, 1 left, but it's been all Casanovas handing off to Stevenson just to kill clock. It's going to be a 3rd and 2. And Stevenson, he's going to get across. Touchdown Mustangs. To make it 50-7. The route was on a long time ago. Now we'll bring on Tyler Chalou for the extra point. Kick was good, and we're just kind of catching up what's going on in American Canyon with 3:16 left. American Canyon is trying to burn time right now as well. Redwood with only 2 timeouts. They get it back to 51 here. St. Vincent's will now kick off. This time they're going to kick off their 40. Talachaliu with another onside kick. Squib kick. Once again, Benjamin Stevenson on the line. Let's see if they have started the running clock. I'm going to catch this up here a little bit. Dropping back, Lapata. He's going to throw down the field. Trying to get Hudson Giaretta. But Giaretta, he was double teamed. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And we have another personal foul penalty. That's 7 tonight. Sonoma Valley has just picked up their 7th personal foul. The only good part about this is they're going to march. Maybe I was wrong. Personal foul on St. Vincent's? Yeah, they're going the wrong direction. It don't really make a difference. This game is over. Seven personal fouls, and that's the way this game is going to end up. As Sonoma Valley gets beaten by the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs, 51-7. And now I will start working on a couple things here while we put up the final. So we'll have our teams that are going to have the award presentation coming up right now. Give that a moment. I'll put together the All right, so now we're just kind of waiting here for a little bit. And American Canyon scored once again. It is 34-21. American Canyon has basically, now they're up 35-21. They've basically beaten Redwood. So we'll find out how well Cal High Sports, if their predictions are correct, where St. Vincent's could very well be hosting American Canyon here on this site next week. Yeah, now we're just kind of sitting and waiting. And let's see which of our commissioners came out tonight. Will it be Breeny Emmy, Sonia Phillips, or Pat Cruikshank? I'm just waiting to see what's going on. Usually they have the award ceremonies. So we'll put that up there first. Sonoma Valley Dragons, who have received their pennant. And a bizarre ceremony that I don't usually, they kind of do this a little more formally. So getting their championship pennant and plaque is going to be the St. Vincent De Paul Mustangs. Yeah, let me get my billboard up here. All right, well, my guess is they've already given these out, so we'll just kind of cut to this. There's your champions for the North Coast Section Division 5 champions, and their second section championships in a row. Last year was a 6, this year's a 5 for the St. Vincent De Paul. And your two players of the game, pretty much, Mason Cataregli is going to be one, and Joseph Edward Phillips is your other. Players of the game here for St. Vincent De Paul. And with that, I don't know, we don't really kind of know what's going on. Usually these are very formal for the ceremonies, and we're not hearing anything. Well, I guess we're going to call it a night then. Jay Raffinelli has done a great job as your cameraman tonight. He's done the yeoman's work. My name is Greg Irish, and we are going to end this one because I'm not sure what's really kind of happening out there. But once again, your final score, 51-7. St. Vincent's defeats the Sonoma Valley Dragons. What's going to do it for us? My name is Greg Irish. This is North Bay SF Productions. We are part of the NFHS Network. Everybody have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll be back on air and probably really close to this team next week. Have a good weekend, everybody.